them a soul like magneto.
Still we never free them boy, never do bad night, we don't see them boy, them.
So we have a new movement on TikTok, and it's the body positivity movement. So, like all movements, it started off, pretty decent. Everybody's like opening up about their insecurities, about their bodies, and then it's like everything started to take a turn for the worse. And then you have people out here just saying the craziest stuff and expect people to just accept it. Now everybody just feels like the body positivity movement is just a bunch of fat people celebrating obesity and making it seem like being morbidly obese is somehow cool and doesn't affect your life whatsoever. But before I begin, in case y'all didn't know, I'm a big girl, okay? I am not no skinny mini, so I completely understood the purpose of the whole movement. But as time progressed, it became more biased and nonsensical and just straight up ridiculous.
The single most common outcome of dieting. Oh, sorry, I forgot. We're calling them lifestyles now. But they're still diets.
And it's still the same thing.
The single most common outcome of dieting is not weight loss, it is weight cycling. This is a very important distinction.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
By this point, we should all know that within 5 years of starting intentional weight loss, almost everybody will gain all the weight back, and 2/3 of those people will gain back more weight than they lost to begin with.
Just because you ramble a bunch of mumbo jumbo does not mean it's true, honey.
We forget that it is almost inevitably temporary. And even when we know the data, and we know the reasons behind the data, our emotions can get sucked in. And I would just encourage all of us on this health at every size, fat acceptance journey to try to reframe our perspective as much as humanly possible, and understanding that weight loss is a phase, not a destination.
You're really moving people with that speech, aren't you? Basically, what I got from this was, yes, I know I'm fat and I want to lose weight, but if I do lose weight, I don't have self-control. So if I gain the weight back, y'all can't be mad at me. Being a fat person, this annoys me the most. I know I'm fat, right? So if I'm like, oh my God, I feel fat, how is you gonna get offended by me feeling some type of way about myself? You ain't got nothing to do with this. You do not got nothing to do with this. And that's one of the reasons why the movement is going to shit, because y'all worried about the wrong things.
Bro, this shit fucking hurt. It always hurts me when I see a black person being fat phobic.
And this is where the bullshit starts. So, how are you okay with a fat person saying, oh, a skinny bitch is watching me, judging me, but it's fat phobic for a skinny person to say, oh my God, a fat person is watching me and judging me? They have feelings too. Okay, I don't know what I was expecting, but that was not it. This dude straight up looks like Coconut Head from Nes Declassified.
I wear a size 6X and am an oxygen user.
Now, I obviously don't know this person's age, but if you look in her face, she don't look old. She look young, like she in her 20s, 30s. And if you're that young and on oxygen, that's not good.
If I can fly, you can too. Don't let anyone hold you back.
Yeah, great message and all, but you forgot to mention how uncomfortable it would be flying at that size. Airplanes don't cater to your size, like unless you's like balling, rolling in dope and get first class, where them have like accommodations for meet your needs.
Travel might look a little different for us plus size folks, but it's still possible. The airlines should do a better job accommodating us, but until then, I'll keep shouting my message from the rooftops.
Just call me Raven, cause I just seen the future. Okay, like I knew this was gonna be a problem for her, cause like I said, I'm a big girl and I travel, and I know it might be uncomfortable being on that plane. Like for me, I'm big, but I'm not like that big. So when I go in the seat, the tray can come down. I need a belt buckle extension, and using the bathroom is a nightmare. But you see the mentality that these people have. She's like, the airline needs to do better. So the airline must like cancel all the planes them have nowadays and build planes for accommodate plus size people. Like, you see how biased that is? Like, if you want comfort, bitch, buy your own plane. How about that? Otherwise, you do with what you get, fatty. Or just lose some weight.
You deserve to travel just as much as anyone else.
See, that's that guilt tripping bullshit. Who's stopping y'all from traveling but yourselves?
Working out with only the intention of weight loss is fatphobic and can lead to unhealthy habits.
The reality of it is, people who normally work out are working out to have a better body, are working out to maintain a weight or a physique or to stay active. That's them to feel slouchy or grumpy.
You think you have a six-pack?
Yeah, I mean,
Are we looking at the same body?
Now I know she knows what a freaking six-pack looks like, and yet she's saying, are we looking at the same body? It's crazy how they're saying this is not a six-pack, but then they look at somebody like this and be like, oh my god, girl, you're not fat. Looks very uncomfortable.
One thing about me, I don't like sitting back in chairs. I like to sit with my back straight up, ready to rumble.
Sure, Jan.
I'm truly loving how the fat acceptance movement allows people to grow, because it's not only teaching people that health and body size are not direct corollaries,
that is not correct.
which is true, but also the bigger point, which is that health is not a requirement for people to be deserving of respect or equality.
Wow, something I could actually agree with.
We hear this issue come up all the time in conversations around fatness, where people say things like, well, so long as you're healthy, which is basically to say that if a fat person does not have the privilege of health, then they deserve abuse and discrimination, whereas I, as a healthy fat person, don't, which is just nonsense.
No, girl, you're nonsense. Like, if you're bigger, people are gonna be looking at you, staring at you, talking about you. It's not necessarily because them hate you or discriminating against you, but it's because you're so big, and them probably never seen a person that big before. And some of these people looking are also concerned, because they're like, look at that girl eating herself to death.
Yeah, it's interesting that you've just assumed that I eat bad food because
No,
of my
I'd love to
size.
know, because if you're really healthy, do you have any joint issues, or so you're completely...
I swim 2.5 kilometres a day. I walk, I exercise all the time. I am in a synchronized swimming team, and I really resent the fact that I have to actually justify my existence.
Now, I seen this. I'm not sure if this is real or not. I was trying to do some research, but I can't really find anything on it. But This is the reality of being morbidly obese. Death. And not only death at a young age. And why you have to lie? You know you're not doing all that exercise in one day. Otherwise, you would not look like that. It's physically impossible. Unless you have like a autoimmune disease or your metabolism is just like not there at all. Like that's the only way stuff like this happen. And it's crazy because this is like a big thing on TikTok, and I see a lot of kids growing up and them like fat as hell, and I'm like, why are these people doing this to these kids? And then these kids grow up and be morbidly obese and them hate themselves, and then that self-hate just turn them into a mean person.
6, 7, 8, 7, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay.
Breathe, hand down. Go. Right, yep. There. Positioning.
Good job.
Go.
How is this healthy? How is this safe? How is this like something people want to act like is okay and is normal? If you take 2 steps and you can't breathe, that's not normal. If you can't lift your foot on the curb, that's not normal. If you can't take a shower by yourself in the bathtub standing up, that's not normal.
Look at the difference between an obese person and somebody who's lean. It's not just about looking good, it's about your overall health. Look at the fat in the brain. Look at the fat around the heart. Look at the colon. Look at how the knees are shot. There's no more cartilage. The bones are thinner because of mineral depletion. And more than this jiggly fat, look at all the visceral fat compared to that person. This is all insulin resistance. The fat cells are so sick. The body's just overloaded with energy and it keeps storing it. And why is it that this person has more energy on their body than this person, yet this person's hungry for more energy usually? Because the hormones are hijacked. Hormones like insulin, ghrelin, leptin. And look at that. I was suffering with that visceral fat for years because I kept focusing on the wrong things. I kept focusing on calories and bodybuilding diets. Once I understood to eat for my blood sugar and insulin levels, everything changed. No more visceral fat.
And this is what I feel like this movement is forgetting. Like, fat is not only a physical thing, you know what I mean? It affects your mental, it affects your emotional, it affects your financial, because being fat is expensive. Like, can you imagine like buying $100 worth of food like every day just in takeout? Being fat is pretty expensive. And I don't know why them keep lying. Like, there's no way you over 500, 600 pounds and you're like, oh, I eat healthy. Yeah, you might eat healthy, but you still eat a lot. Anyways, guys, let me know what y'all think in the comments below. Like and subscribe, and like always, I will see you in tomorrow's.
Yeah, baby, tag them, a little baby.